And gunfire erupts inside a Northwest Side apartment complex. It leaves this 16-year-old. Neighbors say that the shooting sounded like a war zone.
60 to 70 rounds had to be dropped in the course of maybe 15 seconds.
It sounded like it was Iraq out here, like multiple guns, like from different guns. It was real scary. I was in my apartment. I heard it all the way from in my apartment.
Oh, most definitely. It sounded just like probably an AK-47 or something that would, shoot repeatedly without stopping.
I can tell you the moment that we drove up here, we knew this was a very bad scene, a very grim scene. And the second we got up here, we could hear loved ones of the victims, and you can hear them right now off in the distance.
I don't know, I feel like my life stopped. With my baby died, my life.
February 25, 2019. A family's life was about to be drastically changed by events that would occur that day, unexpected to them. Their son, Adrian Gaynor Jr., was about to become another statistic in the deadly gang feud between rapper Julio. Julio's alleged gang to kill them all and Young Gun Ace's alleged gang attack. Ace to kill, aim to kill. That has been plaguing the streets of Jacksonville, Florida. Adrian Gaynor Jr. was commonly known by the alias Baby Osama, a.k.a. Betty. By age, he was just still a child at 16 years old, not yet even experiencing the fullness of life. But he had ties to alleged Katanga gang-affiliated Charles Johns, also known as Julio Fully, and then placed his life in danger before his final moments would come where Sellens preyed on his life. Baby was warned about the upcoming jeopardy. His life was seen by loved ones close to him. 1 week prior to his demise, his close friend, Tyrese Powell, known as the rapper, a.k.a. Shorty, tried to talk him out of being in the company of Julio for his own safety. Around February 18, 2019, a week before Baby was targeted. Hey, Shorty called him from behind prison walls as he was locked up at the time. His words were, "I see you out here with Julio, but don't get caught up in that. You know how bad they want him. And no, get anybody just to hurt him." Before he died, he called. I call him on the phone and I say, I see what you do in terror. I see you fully on. Like, but don't get caught up in that, bro. Oh, like, you know how bad they want him. They're getting anybody just to hurt him. Baby would brush it off, saying he's not even deep into their lifestyle, just enjoying the music and concerts. So there's no need to worry. Okay, Shorty, knowing how dangerous the situation was getting between the two gangs, again tried to persuade Bibby to keep his distance, telling him, "I know who you is now, even if you ain't dissing you around him. So you're part of it. But you don't. Until they know who you were, not him. Even if you ain't decent, you know. So you were part of it. And that's how I happened to help." That would be the last conversation he had with his friend Bibby the morning of February 25th. Bibby went to school, as he would on any regular day. Ironically, he attended the same school where Hula Ofili was shot as a teen, Grand Park High School. And guess what school he was going to? Grandpa. The same school. I got shot getting there and going to the same school. Baby would come home from school like always to hang out and do what friends normally would in an urban environment. Like where Julio was at his grandmother's house. Estimated time between 2 and 3 p.m. Given the account of what happened by Julio, who considered Bibby as a brother. He was like this. Like, that's my little twin. Like, I got him tattooed on my face. That's my Labrador. Okay? One day I was like, my God, my Miles in the hood where we from. Of what I feel every day of the school economy. Like he comes straight to me. We shopping, we smoking like, On this day, Bibby broke routine. He checked in with Julio. But this time, instead of staying put at Folio's grandmother's residence, he decided to head to where it was known as Hilltop. Online. The bro is high as a police. I think about, like, niggas like I ain't talking my brother police out liberal, they don't want lor bro sit here with me to his top you to go where you need to go, that way to the sun go down and so. Baby, however, was accustomed to being comfortable, as he would say in the hood. But that same comfort and not heeding Fool Leo's word that day would end his life. Minutes later, the last time Coolio would see Bibby was when he told him the words, "I love you, bro, be safe, baby." Headed out and made his way to Hilltop. The time was approximately 2:30 p.m. Bibby was in the Hilltop Village apartment complex parking lot on West 45th Street, where, according to news reporters, he went to visit a friend. The suspects in Marsk who were on his trail caught him off guard. And according to eyewitness accounts, they chased him to the back of the parking lot where he was confirmed shot at least once. Eyewitnesses are telling us now that Gaynor was being chased to this exact spot where he lost his life. Just before 3 p.m., 911 calls would come in stating there was what sounded like a war zone in the parking lot of the apartment complex. It sounds like it was erratic out here, like multiple guns, like from different guns. Just like probably an AK-47 or something. Now, shoot repeatedly without stopping. When officers showed up, they found Bibby lying in a pool of blood, passed away. Julia will find himself burdened with hurt upon receiving calls of the tragedy that just occurred. My big brother called me. Well, you said you didn't hear. Tom and I go on Facebook. A little boy's got killed in a Hilltop Lake 16. Someone like you had on in uniform a great sweater. Bernie, sir.
Oh, God. Oh, thank God. A phone. One of my own was walking a hard liberal, a baby devil. Meanwhile, his family was sent into a state of shock and trauma. His mother stated the chilling words. When her baby died, her life stopped. She doesn't feel alive anymore. Well, I don't know. I feel like my life started, and when my baby did, my life stopped. And if you have any more, this is the sad reality of the gang lifestyle and culture of retaliations that leave many youths like Adrian Gaynor Jr., a.k.a. Bibby, lying in the grave before they even have a chance to live. In a twist of gruesome and unremarkable events, opposing gang members that wanted to taunt Folio London online, making a mockery of the teen's passing. One such individual in particular was Hakeem Robinson, known as the rapper Casso, who was allegedly affiliated to a KK, so was ruthless, flashing guns, posting playful clips, laughing at Baby's homicide, rapping about his demise, and even laughing at Bibby's mother, marching for justice for her son. It was a cold-blooded act, but it's telling of the mentality of the toxic lifestyle I buy. I just do anything overt, anything. Added, he can come back, and it's the Baby's mother went on to speak of the horrors that they endured after those allegedly responsible for ending her son's life with spit and urinated on his grave, and mocked them every chance they had. Casso went as far as putting Bibby's image on a music project's cover, along with other opposing gang affiliates they allegedly murdered, and posted it online to promote his project, disrespectfully titled Bibby Autops Would Be Hot on the Trail, trying to piece together the suspects in Bibby's homicide, and the evidence led their path straight to Casso. About 2 years after the crime, at the time, Kassim was already behind bars, along with his father and brother, facing a charge for the hit on another individual, which was rumored to be retaliation for his other brother's tragic demise. Crime appeared to be a family affair. He is also charged with second-degree murder in the 2020 death of Charles McCormick, a.k.a. rapper Little Black. His father, Abdul Robinson Sr., and his brother Abdul Rahman Jr. are also arrested in connection to the crime. JSO says the Robinsons are linked to the group at K. So nearly became free to walk the streets again, and he was on the verge of bonding out for his attempted hit case when he was charged with first-degree murder in the homicide of 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor Jr. Bibby. This is where the chilling details about Baby's final moments came out when a witness report on police documents was made public. According to the eyewitness accounts, Casso and his affiliate named Whitaker drove to Hilltop from one side to another and parked for approximately 20 minutes at one spot before Bibby and another person, Pratt, was spotted under a gazebo. Robinson, a.k.a. Casso, and his affiliate exited the vehicle carrying firearms. His affiliate had a long air-style rifle, and Casso had an air pistol. His affiliate Whitaker ran after Pratt, and Kassim chased Bibby, firing as he ran. The witness went on to state that Bibby then fell to the ground and covered his head with his hands. Casso then ran up close range and shot Bibby in the back of the head or neck as Bibby continued to try and shield for his life. Both Cassim and Whitaker is said to have returned to their vehicle, a gray or silver Nissan Maxima, and left with these first-hand accounts from witnesses and surveillance footage, along with photographs and videos of Castle bragging online about the homicide. Are you sad too? Leave while you stay with me. Why you let me? Investigators had all they need to try him for first-degree hit. Footage was surfaced online of officers breaking the news about him being investigated for the murder of Bibby, and the reality of what he was facing finally weighed on him. Casey was in the room in disbelief and denial of what was happening, but it was indeed happening before the footage ends. His words were, "Everybody pray for me." You know, that is also that is maybe ring a bell to you. You know, what people want people to look at is okay. 018 they hear my friend from, the same one who allegedly pulled the trigger, was asking for saving grace. But that's life, no matter who you are when it comes to life behind the prison cell. Oftentimes God is the one to turn to, forgetting that in the moment of taking another's life, God was left out of the equation. Baby's mother never stopped fighting for justice. She was out in the rain, rallying. And finally, it looks like some justice will be served and closure can come for Baby's family. I just want justice for my child. I'll go rock this city until they get justice for my big case, who is currently still behind bars, facing the consequences of his actions and going through the legal court process of his case. Hopefully after due course, the ones responsible are held accountable on the outside.
The back and forth still continues, and Baby's name continues to be disrespected in songs like HBK alleged member Young and ACS who I smoked. None maybe I. Slow. The song samples one of the most iconic classics, Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles. It sparked a brief backlash online, but she stood by her approval of clearing the sample for use, arguing if the race was reversed, it would be no problem with the street lifestyle expressed within art. The cycle of bloodshed and pain continues. Maybe one day this senseless killing will come to an end and you can know what it means to live a full life. R.I.P. Adrian Gaynor Jr. aka Biddy.